Hey, how's it going, everybody? Larry Baronis here from Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome to Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews. Well, been a lot going on lately, and let's just start off with a pen review that I've been wanting to get to for some time. It's called the Vector Parker. When I looked it up, it said vintage Vector Parker. And a special thank you to Rustic Relics. They sent me this for Christmas this past December. Thank you, and thank you. And I'm going to be doing two parts here. I'm going to be doing the review on the Parker Vector and then on the Vector desk set. So the reason why I'm not doing both together is I haven't got enough information that I want to do when I do the review on the desk set, but it's coming there. So let's get everything ready here, and this is what was sent. Well, first of all, here is the pen sleeve for the Vector, and it came in this box, a black cardboard box with your Parker booklet, Parker Vector, the Parker brand logo there, and here it came with a cartridge, which I've already inked up the pen with, and Rustic sent me 5 more, so I'm going to be checking out the colors, and the ink is Quink Q-I-N-K Super. It also fits the Eversharp besides the Parker. This is a permanent blue, made in USA, and this one here, the name is not visible, and this one here is permanent black. They're all Quink, and this one is a cool one here, is a, I can't really make that out. Kind of hard to see. It's kind of worn off a bit, but that's cool. Let me see here. Reserve ink. And this one has, can you see that? Is it, what is that? You know that? Something tank?
Tap tank.
Tap tank on the end of it. Now on this one doesn't have a name that's visible. But on this one, it does say reserve ink instead of tape tank. Is that what you said?
Tap tank.
Tap tank. Okay. And this one has another tap tank. Now that's interesting because I've never heard of a cartridge with that on it before. So that's something for me to look up and see what's going on with that. But they're made in the USA. Okay. So this will be interesting. Good homework for me to do. And comes with the Parker pen instructions about the Parker Super Quink ink is recommended as our pens are adjusted to the flow and characteristics of the ink. And then it says to flush your pen every 6 months with cool water. Shake out the excess water and dry point with tissue before refilling. If your pen uses ink cartridge on the converter, the ink cartridge or converter must be seated properly. Push the cartridge or converter firmly into the front end until you feel it sit. Now, I don't have a converter for this pen. I have a converter for my other pen, but I need to get one for this pen. And then it does have the Parker Waterman Service Center telling you about flushing out your pen every 6 months with cool water, etc., etc. So, good information for people that are into fountain pens or thinking about getting into fountain pens or want to get into fountain pens. So, here we go. Here Nice case. Here is the Vector Parker. It's a beautiful deep blue finish on it. The weight when the pen's empty is 9.9 G's. The length of this pen closed as you see it is a whopping 5.16 inches. I do like the clip of the Parker. Always have like that little arrow indicator there. That's kind of cool. When I see that, it always reminds me back in the days. And then at the very top, the finial, this has a white mark going on. If anybody knows what the white stands for, this let me know, because on my other Victor it doesn't have that on it. So I found that interesting, and I've been trying to find out what this stands for. And on the cap, it does say made in the USA. It says Parker. Then it says, I believe that's a L.I. looks like, made in the USA. And there's a reason for that L.I., if that's what that is, because it means something. And I'll get to that later. So, at the bottom of the barrel, this is where the end, where the cap is going to post securely on the pen. Now, the nib is a medium steel nib, and it's plastic with the chrome trim. And you go down the barrel, there is just a slight step down to the grip. But if you slide your finger up the grip to the barrel, you're going to feel something a little bit sharp. And I'm doing it hard and not cutting my fingers. Now, I hold my pen here. I don't hold my pen here. So that's not going to affect my fingers whatsoever. It's large enough. If you have big old chunky Godzilla fingers, blam, you're probably going to fill up this whole grip. But unless you're the type of person that holds your pen up high like this, you will feel where the drop is to the grip right in here. You'll feel that, but it's not going to be nothing that's going to cut your fingers. It might be annoying, but for me, it doesn't bug me at all. It is what it is, But I don't hold my pen that high, so I'm not worried about that. So, again, the material again is plastic. The length posted is 6.05 inches. Now, the grip length is 0.89 inches. That's from here to here. Boom, boom. So that's a nice size of a grip. I've been riding it with it for a while, and I haven't had any problems. On the size nib, on the back on the feet, it has M for medium. And on the nib, it does have Parker. So it's a neat little nib. It does the job. For the price you pay, you're getting a nice, decent pen. Now, Vector is one of the simplest, hardest working Parker tools, they say. And the ink is Q-I-N-K. And add on the practical cylinder shape and the resilient finish of this pen, and you got a bam, Parker, wham, bam, thank you, beautiful, cool pen, affordable, and just a great writer. Parker's been around for God knows a long time. Now the IM that I was telling you about earlier, that stands for the Parker Slide Converter for the Victor Frontier, the 45, the IM, the Beta, and the Jotter fountain pens. And then it says manufactured France. So that's the information I pulled from that. So very interesting pen. I like to look up as much of the history as I can find on the pen to find where the pen was born, any kind of detail that would be of interest so I can share it to you guys out there, because it's not just grabbing a pen, talking about the, hey, this is a vector, this is the measurements, here's the nib, here's how it writes. That's all good to go, but I like to find the heart of the pen. Where did that pen journey start? Where was it created? What has that journey led that pen from then to now? So I'm just kind of that way on my pens. It's history. It's not just talking about a pen. You're talking about the heart of the pen, where the pen was born, and find out all the information you can about a pen. At least that's how I do mine. Okay? So now it comes to the time where I'm going to do a writing sample. So let's get ready for that. The king of cartoons. I had to say that. Not very funny? Okay. All right. So let me get ready here. And I'll just turn this page over. And I'll be using the good old Rhodia black paper. And I'm going to go with what I found on the pendants. It says vintage vector pen. So with Parker. So this is what I go with. Okay, cool. And as you see, I'm holding it right here now, and it doesn't bother me. I can hold it here. And this is a medium nib. And I'm using the Quink Q-U-I-N blue. I'm using the cartridge. Okay, so let's get to writing now. It is a very nice writer. And I find myself holding my pen here. I like to try to keep my fingers on the grip. But it does write really nice. And check for wetness. It's not real wet, but it does lay down the ink. Reverse writing. For those who care to do a reverse. You definitely can get a different line variation. So, when I recommend, for those of you who are thinking about using the reverse writing because you want to get a different line variation, don't apply a lot of pressure. I'm just very light pressure because you can spring or damage that nib. There's some people that will press real hard and say, I busted my nib. Well, there were people that I know, they're applying so much pressure, you can't do that. And this is the regular way. And then I'm going to apply some pressure, no pressure, and you don't get really much line variation from that. So it is a decent pen. It's a good pen. It is a nice, decent, affordable fountain pen. If you're on a budget and you love fountain pens, or you're thinking about trying different brands of pens, I would highly recommend checking out the Victor Parker pen. And where can you find them? Well, you can find them on eBay. So I would recommend check out AB Rustic Relic. They have this brand of pen and many, many, many more different types of brands. They got it together right here. Check out the folks. You'll be glad you did. Good people. So, I will use this pen religiously. I have a red one. But again, the red one doesn't have that on top of the finial like this one does. And on a update review later, I'll bring my red one out that has the converter in it, that slide converter, to show you that. So now, also I want to thank AB Rustic Relics for sending me this. Let's get a real good close-up of this. It's a Parker Durafo pen. I can put it on my hat, on my lapel from my sport coat, wherever. Beautiful. Very nice. Isn't it? Just look at that. One day, God willing, I'm going to get me a Durafo. The big red, the original one. That's the one that I've been looking at for a few years. They're kind of pricey, but hey, they're a Parker. So thank you again for that. And last but not least, on the upcoming review, I will be doing this beautiful set, the Victor Death set that Rustic Relics also sent me. Can't wait to get this in. And then I'm going to have this sitting on my desk in the den. So, and this one is the rollerball pens and base. So, I won't open it till it's time for the review. Folks, that's going to wrap it up today. A lot going on today, isn't it? Great day today. So, my friends, with that said, peace, love, and thank you for joining me on Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews. Remember, you guys are the star. I am just the guy that is the messenger. Take care, God bless, and remember, my friends, for Pete's sakes, don't text and drive. Save a life, save your life. Dynamite. We are so done. And one last look at this beautiful pen lapel. I like this little pen. Cool.